Hello everyone, and now welcome to a game between RaZZoRMaN versus HoT. This game taking place here on Terranistan. Orc versus Night Elf on Terranistan, a matchup I've seen I guess I gotta say hundreds of times. I don't know if I've seen it 1,000 times. To say that I've seen a matchup on a specific map between these two races thousands of times. Well, statistically speaking, I would have to have seen over 10,000, probably 100,000 WarCraft 3 games in order to get this particular matchup with these particular races on this particular map. I bet it will be approaching 1,000 by now. I don't know, right? Like I can definitely say I've seen thousands of games or more than 1,000 games on Terranistan. But to say that it is Night Elf versus Orc as well, and you know that's one of 16, right? Is it? No, one of 16 different types of matches, right? Yeah, my permutations and combinations teacher would be absolutely mad at me in class, both on my master's and my undergrad. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's 4, 3, 2, 1. Yep, you're right. It's 10. It's 10 combinations. So yeah, so I'd have to watch at least 10,000 matches on Terranistan. Xander Dorn, thank you for correcting me. I'm just like, no, because Night Elf versus Orc is the same as Orc versus Night Elf in terms of, so order, it's combinations, not a permutation. But yeah, nice try. Yeah, I fail. All right. Well, good thing I'm not a math professor. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump into this game. It's going to be a Farseer versus a Keeper of the Grove here on Terranistan. Should be a great game. Let me double check. This game is actually taken from the DreamHack WarCraft 3 Open and the Fall Season European Qualifier. Sorry for forgetting to put that in the subtitle right there. As the Keeper of the Grove, gonna go ahead and clear out with the Ancient of War this Goblin Merchant Shop. All right, interesting choice to go after the Merchant Shop instead of that Mercenary Camp, as a Replenishment Potion and Tome of Strength have been dropped. That is a lot of repair going on to that Ancient of War right there. The Wisp should probably be backing away, should actually be trying to harvest lumber and saving some of that extra gold to train up extra additional units or tech to tier 2. All right, there goes a Forest Troll right there. Keeper of the Grove now making its way off to the north. Farseer sitting at level 1, gonna pick up some healing salves and heal back up. Oh, what is it? Is it gonna actually take far too much damage here? All right, not quite sure what happened. RaZZoRMaN should have had a very easy time clearing out this creep camp if it had effectively used the lightning shield tactic. It doesn't seem like that was the case, and now the Farseer is actually quite a bit behind in terms of timing. Keeper of the Grove is sitting at level 1, gets to level 2. I don't know how he got to level 2 so easily. That lightning shield looked like it could have perhaps finished off a couple of the creeps right there. A little bit of a lucky break for HoT as he picks up or pick up Slippers of Agility. There you go. I know you're a Keeper of the Grove. I know you're a Centaur, but still, well, I don't know. He's technically not a Centaur, but I don't know exactly what he is, that Keeper of the Grove. I'm sure some World of Warcraft lore aficionados are very upset at me as I call him by the wrong name. Anyways, coming back, and never do math on the stream. unless I have a video to back it up, all right? Trying to talk about armor. Anyways, let's make our way back across here. Force of Nature finishing off that last apprentice. Keeper of the Grove making its way over here. Going to finish off this Forest Troll High Priest creep camp, and both sides seem to be very content to just keep a track of their neck of the woods. We are looking at a crystal ball being dropped down, as we are looking at an expansion coming in from RaZZoRMaN as well. RaZZoRMaN with the expansion will be able to set up on 2 bases, and we should be looking at about 60 supply to 70 supply fights in the next 5 to 7 minutes. Normally players only stay in low or no upkeep if they are running on a single base. Here, Keeper of the Grove sitting at level 3. as we're still taking the tier 2 down by HoT. I don't see a Tree of Life yet placed down, so we'll see what comes of that. Here is HoT going to go for a 1 base push compared to RaZZoRMan's expansion. His army is RaZZoRMan's expansion will not be able to pay for itself until much later, and well, it might give opportunity. Nope, I take it back. Ancient of Wonders being built down first before we see a Tree of Life. Interestingly enough, Keeper of the Grove making its way over here. Enforcer could get pressured here in just a moment, as we see them now backing away. Healing Wards, what's going on? Healing Wards, Panda already coming into position. And well, we are already at Stronghold, as well as we are going into a Shadow Hunter. 35 supply compared to 34, 22 supply army compared to 20, but HoT should have the larger army eventually, as we should be looking at some peons saturating this gold mine momentarily. Panda out onto the field, absorbing a bit of damage. This 5-3 or 3-4-4 creep camp will get cleared up as the Healing Ward drop down to keep all of these archers, Forest Troll Berserkers, and Forest Troll Shadow Priests alive. Keeper of the Grove does get to level 2. Panda now wants to enjoy the benefits of, well, some solo creeping, getting in some additional experience, as the Renegade Wizard will fall, giving level 2 to that Brewmaster. Coming back down, we are looking at the Spirit Wolf chasing that Keeper of the Grove. Is the Spirit Wolf going to disrupt that Clarity Potion? That is the question right now, as the Spirit Wolf trying to keep up right there. No, ends up coming to an end as the Keeper of the Grove, well, gets an entangle off on that Farseer. We see a Staff of Preservation saving the unit right there. Scroll of Speed now being used. We are looking at Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, I believe. Yes, Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire normally would be slowing down many of these units, as the Panda now trying to retreat all the way back. Hex goes down onto a Forest Troll Shadow Priest. There it goes, in addition to a couple of, well, Ents right there. No expansion as of yet, and this is a little bit odd. Building this Ancient of Wonders here makes it look like HoT wants to try and expand, and somehow RaZZoRMan also has the larger army as well. If it wasn't for a battle, I would do a tech check right now on HoT, as he has to be spending his gold somewhere. We are looking at a Forest Troll Berserker trying to head back here. Panda could be able to get off a Breath of Fire. We're looking at the Forest Troll Berserker heading back down to the Moonwells here. Is it going to stay alive? It should be able to do exactly that. Forest Troll Shadow Priest in position. Why? Yep, there goes a little bit more healing, as the Panda going to continue to engage. There's a Breath of Fire. There goes another Hex right there. Drunken Haze would actually be very useful, in addition to the Breath of Fire, just dealing massive damage to all of these units there, as the Scroll of Town Portal finally takes them all away. We are still at Tree of Ages. We are going into Dryads. There is no upgrades that I see. Where is HoT spending all of his gold? He is now he is now down by over what? He's down by a fair amount of supply, and how much gold has really been mined? Not that much. Only 300 gold, barely covering the cost of the Great Hall and these peasants. Where has all the gold gone? That is my question right now, as HoT is behind in supply, behind in expansion, and, well, maybe a little bit ahead in terms of experience on his heroes, and that is it. So far, we're looking at, well, the Panda, if it can get to level 3 Breath of Fire with that damage over time, could be enough to give a bit of an advantage, especially as it picks up a Wand of Mana Stealing, very useful at trying to shut down that Shadow Hunter and that Farseer from else. Keeper of the Grove continuing to fight their way through here. We are looking, well, it looks as though RaZZoRMan going to clear out that top right hand side, giving an opportunity for the Brewmaster to get to level 3 as he Staffs of Preservation back that Keeper of the Grove. All right, picking up a Robe of Magi, that Brewmaster now up to 360 mana. That could be a very, very important deal, as he picks up a Tome of Intelligence, now getting to 390. We are looking at, well, level 3 Brewmaster, level 2 Breath of Fire, level 1 Drunken Haze. Units are going to be heading off to the north here, and in comes that damage here. All right, Farseer does not have a Scroll of Town Portal, either does the Shadow Hunter. There's the Drunken Haze, there's the Breath of Fire, there's that damage over time. Healing Wave now coming across, Chain Lightning trying to bounce back around as the units are still coming back across here. All right, Brewmaster, Wand of Mana Stealing could get off another Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, waiting for the Drunken Haze. Are we going to see it? No Drunken Haze, no Breath of Fire, as there's just not that enough enough units apparently to warrant the cast right there. All right, Raider down to 46 hit points. It is going to end up getting taken down. There's that Breath of Fire going back the other way as the Farseer taking a little bit more damage. All right, a little bit more healing coming back across again. One Mana Stealing used once more, and RaZZoRMaN now evening up the supply count rather quickly. Low hit point Grunt finally taken out as we are looking still at another Breath of Fire coming back across multiple units. That Grunt going to get taken out. No, Scroll of Speed saving, but Body Block now causing problems for the Farseer, who's now down to 280 some odd hit points. All right, that Panda in that frontline spot causing a lot of problems. Are we going to see Spirit Wolves? Yes, we are. Is that Dryad going to be able to do enough slowing? That is the question, as the Panda gets off a Breath of Fire, going to finish off a Raider instead, and still fighting their way through here. All right, a little bit more slow poison could be coming across here. Low hit point Grunts, Dryads completely ignoring the forces of nature, as RaZZoRMan's Raider tries to stay alive, but is dangerously low on hit points. All right, there it goes. It does get taken down. Brewmaster has enough mana for another Breath of Fire if it wants to. Going after the Grunt now. That Grunt is in a little bit of trouble. Scroll of Healing, or Scroll of Speed being used once more. Down to down to 26 hit points, dropping quickly. Healing Salve, however, counteracting that slow poison there. All right, Dryads finding RaZZoRMan's burrow unfortified. Damage coming across here. Brewmaster wants to finish this off here, but that's going to be damage that just completely mitigated by mass repairs. Low hit point Grunt losing that healing salve effect already. Panda in that frontline spot. A Dryad, or the Panda, could drop a healing ward right behind enemy lines, making it very difficult to get to, as a couple of Spirit Wolves taken down pretty much in no time at all. Panda just diving in after those units. We see Drunken Brawler as the level 4 ability right there. Chain Lightning really not bouncing around at all, only hitting the Brewmaster, but no targets to jump to, as the Dryads cannot be randomly targeted by it. There goes a Breath of Fire to try to finally finish it off. Brewmaster is sitting at 250 hit points and dropping steadily. Potion of Invulnerability on the Keeper of the Grove. Brewmaster has the Scroll of Town Portal. Should be okay, unless there's a Hex coming in. Is there going to be a Hex? No Hex. What's going on there? The Brewmaster had a Scroll of Town Portal. Hex was on the Keeper of the Grove, trying to go after a Farseer who just ended up hiding himself. And how did he escape? How did that guy possibly escape right there? All right, Keeper of the Grove was trapped behind here. Potion of Invulnerability, and HoT completely loses any advantage he had. I thought the Scroll of Town Portal would have been used for the Brewmaster. There was a Keeper of the Grove with a potion of a potion of invulnerability. If he needed it as well, he could have backed out of that fight with absolutely no problem. Instead, gives RaZZoRMaN even more of a lesson. How to lose in 5 seconds. Yes, not realizing that your Panda is slowly getting beat down to when you have a Scroll of Town Portal for the exit, and then trapping your own Keeper of the Grove with a potential 2 unit surround, transitioning into a 6 unit surround, even though you have a potion of invulnerability. All right. Oftentimes, people ask me, what is the difference between professional players and amateur professional players? And it is the number of unforced errors. Unforced errors is really what makes the difference. You may not always make the best play, but you rarely ever make the worst play. And that was it right there. I do not think that battle could have gone any more poorly for HoT, as he is now dealing with a level 5 Farseer and a level 3 Shadow Hunter, and Demolishers here representing a lot of siege damage against those Dryads. Keeper of the Grove, Staff of Preservation trying to save 57 supply, going up against 44. HoT is finding ways to lose this game as, well, damage is coming across here. All right, Demolisher, however, not attacking the Dryads or that Tree of Life. The 2 bigger targets, the best targets, instead going after the Keeper of the Grove temporarily, as it looks like this Tree of Life will end up getting taken down. All right, Scroll of Speed, attempting to try and save a couple of those low hit point Grunts. Dryads are able to bounce or just prance away right there. Staff of Preservation bringing them back home. RaZZoRMaN sitting on a 61 supply army, full saturation on this gold mine here. Level 5, level 3, Panda still getting resurrected back out onto the battlefield. Now Robe of Magi going to get picked up by that Keeper of the Grove. Is he going to try and get a little bit more mana? The Keeper of the Grove is very close to level 6, so we could have Tranquility being used. But then again, the Shadow Hunter's Hex is going to be a definite problem. There goes a detonation there as we're looking at, well, the Farseer with the Cloak of Shadows. A brilliant use right there. RaZZoRMaN, like, for ending up getting caught in an unfavorable spot only to just hide in place. And then the flip was the script was flipped. Panda, Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire across multiple units here. We're looking at some, well, RaZZoRMaN, the Spirit Walker, able to stay alive. Healing Ward in the back, quickly taken out by a Spirit Walker, making sure that there was no free healing going on in the backfield. RaZZoRMaN losing a couple of, or losing a Raider in that frontline spot. Dryad's getting taken down as well. Healing Wave still having a good effect here as the Scroll of Healing is going to come into effect right there. Breath of Fire across multiple units once more. There goes some more units again. RaZZoRMaN losing actually a couple of Spirit Walkers. 52 supply compared to 42 as Tranquility now being cast. Shadow Hunter comes across with the quick Hex right there to prevent any more of that healing as the Demolishers are living up to their name, demolishing all of those Dryads in place. Dryad should be able to abolish magic all of those Spirit Walls with no problem whatsoever as the Spirit Walkers are getting felled as well. Brewmaster, Staff of Preservation, Keeper of the Grove going to go ahead and back away here as the units are going to try and retreat back. What is going on? Why is the low hit point Dryad still in the back? That Dryad should be returning home while the rest provide cover. And it's those little mistakes right there that is the issue. Panda, Staff of Teleportation back in, refreshed and ready to go. We're looking at, well, what is going to happen here? Double Demolishers. They are vulnerable to Breath of Fire. That can actually be a quick problem right there as the Demolisher is now trying to retreat back here. Panda still has good amount of mana. There's that Breath of Fire across all of those units. However, it is only sitting at level 2 Breath of Fire, not quite at level 3 yet. Drunken Haze in that front line spot, perhaps. Will it be enough here as we see Spirit Link trying to be cast across multiple units? Panda sitting at level 4, does have a good amount of mana. Dryad trying to finish off some more units here. We're looking at a Demolisher very low on hit points. Panda is in trouble. Is it going to be able to stay alive as we see a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability on the Keeper of the Grove not being transferred over to that Brewmaster as of yet? All right, ensnared. Keeper of the Grove transferred the Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Does not do so as the Panda stays still right there, unable to transfer the potion because of a Hex. Beautifully done once more as we now see an Entangle go down. All right, RaZZoRMaN, 47 supply compared to 30. That Panda would have made all the difference right there as the, well, Keeper of the Grove needs to back away. RaZZoRMaN sitting with a big supply advantage, and there's the GG by HoT. RaZZoRMaN with the win, with the lesser score as HoT had more experience on his units. But it doesn't matter how much experience are on your heroes if your heroes are dead. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.